we filmed 2 days, and I did probably like 30, 40 videos in those 2 days. And second video, I mean, it really starts like ticking, like a couple days after the second video came out, I turned around and I sent them a message that says, hey, can you let me know? I think all these videos, like on all the platforms combined at the time, I just thought was Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I go, could you let me know if we hit 1 million combined views? It might be something to celebrate. And the next day he sends me a message. He goes, oh yeah, by the way, I started you a YouTube channel, and I'll let you know when we get to 2 million, because the first video he put on YouTube is already at 1.3 million views.
Steven, tell us the story of when you decided to become a YouTuber.
Wow. So go back just about 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been running a restaurant for, we're about to start our 28th year. Probably, what's the date today? Yeah, next week we're hitting our 28-year anniversary.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah. So we were just running your basic Facebook and Instagram posts. We're coming out of COVID. I started using the social media a bit more because we had to pivot on everything, right? So when you're rebranding yourself, and we all went to takeout and takeaway, and we were shut down. So we started using the socials a lot more to promote the restaurant. When we came back, the restaurant was just jammed, busier than ever. And I actually I didn't even talk to my social media guys for a year. We were recycling old pictures and doing I was transferring them a payment. And whereas during COVID, I was speaking to them daily. A year later, I hadn't spoken to them in like 6 months. And I called them up and says, listen, I'm tired of these pictures. I know the way to go is Reels. However, I'm no genius here, because I was fairly certain I was going to lose money on this deal, because I don't do any of the editing or any of the filming. So, I come up with the content, the recipes, we develop it, then they film, they edit. I don't even know what video they're dropping until they drop it, So
amazing.
And I chose to put myself in front of the camera, which was very new in Montreal. I don't think there was anyone doing it before me. For the simple reason is I told my brother, I says, listen, we're going to be losing money on this. So I go, maybe instead of just building up the brand of the food, we build myself as the brand. And we're able to do that because, I own the restaurant. I'm not just a corporate chef. And people, if they enjoy the videos, they'll find the restaurant, And again, we were fairly busy before, so I wasn't desperate, or I was just trying to remind everybody I was there once a week. And I told the guys, open me a TikTok account, because, maybe it'll help me attract some younger cooks. And the honest to God truth is I didn't even know Ty is the guy who does all the filming and editing. I didn't even know Ty had started me a YouTube channel until he had put the first video out. And when but our stuff, we filmed 2 days and probably filmed 2 Mondays in a row where I did probably like 30, 40 videos in those 2 days. Again, thinking, 20, 30,000 people in my area were going to see those videos, right? Very loose, very relaxed. I was cooking stuff right off my menu that I've been cooking for 30 years.
Yeah.
And second video, I mean, it really starts ticking, and I'm, by the end of the, midway through, a couple days after the second video came out, I turned around and I sent them a message that says, hey, can you let me know? I think all these videos, on all the platforms combined at the time, I just thought was Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I go, could you let me know if we hit 1 million combined views? It might be something to celebrate. And the next day he sends me a message. He goes, oh yeah, by the way, I started you a YouTube channel, and I'll let you know when we get to 2 million, because the first video he put on YouTube is already at 1.3 million views.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And then and that's how I found out I had a YouTube channel. And you're really going to think I'm a dingbat by the end of this video. I'm working hard now, but I was really inexperienced in this, right? So we start the YouTube channel, and then everything just starts blowing up. The Insta blows up, the Facebook blows up. We get the first 100,000 YouTube subscribers probably in 20 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And our second video on YouTube, I mean, it was already at 20 million views within a month, so yeah, I was but it didn't, it hadn't resonated as to what that meant yet. I didn't understand. What does that mean for the business? What does that mean for this? I mean, I had no clue. So I'll tell you this, I didn't even know YouTube had shorts. Okay.
Awesome.
My idea of YouTube was I want to see a Whitney Houston performance from 1992 of the Grammys. I type it in the search bar and I watch the performance. I used to watch those mukbang videos, where they're shoving food down their faces. And I'm like, I tell my wife, I says, babe, why do they do this to themselves? I didn't understand why. I didn't know they were getting paid for that. So anyways, we keep releasing videos and they keep trending upwards. And then within about 2 months, we have to sit down again and say, okay, well, am I just doing reels for my restaurant or am I going to become a content creator now? And then I started like giving myself a very fast education as to what that was going to entail. And here we are. I mean, I'm up. We've probably released 300 videos. I'm sure I've filmed over 350 probably by now. Like we always got some in the bank. And now we're just trying to pivot or react to discovering what happens when you get that many views. Because, I mean, you're in the U.S., right? Yep. I'll tell you, I love Canada, but when it comes to business, things are just a lot easier, I think, in the U.S. We don't even monetize TikTok in Canada, right? So, like, we do all that for pretty much for free, right? So, yep. I had no one to ask. Something I told Zach, right? I says, when I have questions, there isn't anybody, like, I can't find another, like, working restaurant owner, chef in Canada that I can call up and say, this guy called me up and he offered me this. Would you do it? Would you not do it? When they started coming in with the offers, these weird people were calling me. And I didn't know that, they were going through like, they're all brokers, I guess, at this point.
Yep.
And so we're learning all this as we go. But we're taking our time and we're very tentative as to what we do. So, yeah. But that was it, man. Like, now I work hard. I mean, it's people have no idea how much work goes into it. Yeah. It's my day off today. It's almost 5 p.m. Eastern time. So what? And I've been here since 7 o'clock in the morning. So.
Yeah. Do you remember the oh shit moment where it was like you started to get the views, obviously, but when I go and I talk to restaurant owners and why we created this show was they want to know, well, how is it going to translate to someone coming into my restaurant? And having done content for as long as I have, I don't have nearly as many views as you do. We do more B2B content. So we're looking more at like restaurant owners following our stuff. But I have restaurant owners that come to San Diego and instead of going to La Jolla or Gaslamp, they drive all the way out to Spring Valley. We're off the beaten path and they come to see our restaurant and they send me a DM. Hey, Shawn, I'm in town. I brought my family. I want to try some barbecue. It's like, for me, those are the oh shit moments where somebody from another side of the world is coming to our restaurant specifically because of storytelling. Yeah.
I mean, there's been so many. Like, I'm in the suburbs. So where we are, we're about 40 minutes from no traffic. We're about 30 minutes from downtown Montreal.
Yeah.
All right. Keith Urban's band was in town for a concert on a Friday night last summer.
Yeah.
I wasn't working. It was Thursday. It was the night before the concert, Thursday night. I wasn't working. My brother calls me up. He says, "Hey, Steve, you got time for a FaceTime?" I go, "Yeah, what's up?" He goes, "Keith Urban's band is here." They follow you on YouTube and they had you circled on the calendar.
Stop.
So these 20-year-old rock stars, and Montreal's a really happening city, like great nightlife, right? These guys are in Montreal Thursday night before the concert, and they're driving out to the suburbs.
I love it.
And then when I traveled for the first time, I went to Nashville last fall with my wife, and when I was recognized as much in Nashville as I do get in Montreal. So like, it's still humbling. Like it's but and in the summer, I would say I had at least every night, at least 5-6 different tables from all over the world, but more often than not from the U.S. They don't always directly come from me, but it's like one of those things. Like it's like when people go to New York, or they get near New York and they want to go to Cat's Deli.
Yeah.
Right. They're in town for so we have a Grand Prix in Montreal, right? F1.
Yep.
27 years. I've never had one customer come to my restaurant because of the Grand Prix. Right. We've already got, I don't know how many bookings for that week of Americans that are coming in for the race. and they're going to leave the downtown core, take an
Yeah.
Uber probably all the way up here. And so, yeah, it was that. And the first time I got recognized in the street, first time someone asked me for a picture, I go home and tell my wife, she's almost laughing at me, you know. Then she finally came out with me. And now it's like, I mean, there probably isn't a day that doesn't go by where I'm stopped multiple times a day, and I get to meet some new people. So it's great, you know, like, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that was, I mean, the first time I had a tourist from out of country at the restaurant. I think it was a guy he had flown in. He was one of the first ones who came from far. He was from Tampa, Florida. He was on his way to a business trip in Calgary. He changed his layover from Toronto to Montreal. Took an Uber from the airport, came to eat, went back to the airport, caught his connection to go back to Calgary. And I was like, holy moly.
Wow.
You know, like, I got great food. I put my heart into it, but I'm not a Michelin star restaurant. You know, like, we're doing like, hearty, wholesome, good cooking. I don't take shortcuts, but I'm not a tweezer chef by any means, you know, like, so that was like, okay. But now there's so many stories like that. I mean, it was like four of them on the past Saturday. We had a gentleman from Philadelphia, same kind of deal, coming back from a cruise. They took a layover in Montreal. One from Rochester, New York, going to a Gaga concert, and someone from Plattsburgh, New York. Well, that's not too far from here. So, yeah, it was, I know. I still can't believe it, to be honest. I really can't.